good morning, class. I am so excited that you guys are here today. Good morning. So, you are getting ready to learn about the Black Death today. You will be working in a little bit of groups today. You will also be doing a little fun stuff on the computer. But before we do that, we're going to do this warm-up. Excuse me, let's focus. Let's focus on what we're getting ready to do, okay? So, you are going to first do these questions that are on the board. You have 3 multiple choice questions, on the board about what you know so far about the Middle Ages. So some things that we have covered about the Middle Ages is feudalism. We've talked about how the Roman Empire fell. We've talked about how the Middle Ages was that time period in between when they thought the world was going to end. It was the end of the world, when actually it was just a break in all types of prosperity and empires in Europe. So today we're going to see what you know thus far with these multiple choice questions. We're going to go over it. So I'll give you, yes.
Are we allowed to use our notes?
You are allowed to use your notes to help you answer these warm-up questions. We are going to take about 5 minutes at the most. I'll put the timer up on the screen for you. 5 minutes at the most to answer these multiple choice questions. So go ahead and get started. All right, is everybody done with their multiple choice questions? Perfect. So, the answer to number 1, someone give me the answer.
Wait. I need 1 more second.
1 more second? Okay, I'll give you about 20 more seconds to read over and figure out what your answer is for that last question there. All right, guys. So, if you take a look up here at the board, you will see that I have already kind of showed you how to pinpoint those keywords out of the question and kind of try to do the process of elimination where you're trying to figure out your answer. So for number 1, what did you get for number 1?
A.
A, good job. Yes, A is the answer for number 1. What about number 2?
Is it B?
No, let's look at it again. So our keyword in this question is, what was the time period called in between the fall of Rome and the
it's C.
It's C, exactly. Good job, C. And then for our last one, number 3, what did you get for number 3? What did you get for number 3, John? B. All right, good job, guys. So, go ahead and pull out, remember those notes that I gave you that look like this? Those notes that look like this.
The ones from yesterday?
The ones from yesterday about how to annotate correctly on a high school level. Go ahead and pull those out. You take a look here at the board. I have shown you how to properly do a close read. You're going to need some highlighters, so feel free to use some highlighters from the side over there. From our bookcase, you can use some highlighters to help you, some color pencils. But as we go through this, we are going to annotate. I'm going to help you annotate the first paragraph to this reading. You are going to circle keywords, so any vocabulary words that you see. Any questions that you may have on our annotation, you write on the side. Any comments that you may have, you can also write on the side and the margins on this paper. Annotation is very important during close reading and readings like this of any sort, because you want to make sure that you're following along and you understand what you read. This will help you. This is something that you can also do on your benchmark test that you have next week, and that you can essentially do on your NCFE final World History exam. Okay, so the lesson that I gave you yesterday on annotation is exactly the skills that you need to use today. We're going to do the first paragraph together, and then I'll let you be free on your own. All right, guys, so go ahead and take some time to do it on your own. You can look and work with a partner if need be, but I don't want to hear too much chitter-chatter about other things besides what we're talking about right now. Okay, we have some laptops here, so when you are done reading, you will go to Google Classroom, you will go to our class inside of Google Classroom, and you'll have some questions that you need to answer that go along with what you just read. You will be graded for having annotations on your paper, so make sure that you do that. Yes, ma'am.
Miss Roseboro, if we work in partners, do we have to still turn in 2 different papers?
Absolutely. You have to turn in 2 different papers because I want to see what you know individually. Working with your partner is just a little bit of guided practice just to help you if you need a little bit of help. Any other questions? All right, let's go ahead and get started on that. All right, guys. So good job, good job. As I walked around the room, I seen a lot of you guys were doing annotations. You were doing exactly what I needed for you to do. All of your papers look wonderful. Everyone needs to come and get a laptop now. So let me go ahead and help you distribute these laptops. All right, you're gonna get the laptop that you always get. You're gonna go to Google Classroom, as I said before, and you're gonna go ahead and answer those questions that go along with this reading, okay? I'll give you about 5 to 10 minutes to do that because it's not hard questions. They go right along with the reading, and since you all annotated, I'm sure, as a matter of fact, I'm positive that you'll be able to answer these questions, okay? All right, guys, good job, good job. Make sure that you hit that share button so you're able to share with me. I'm able to actively grade it. Take those annotation readings, the Black Death reading, put that inside of your notebook. So punch holes in it and put it in your binder. Your paper about annotations, that also needs to go back inside your binder. Then the correct section. We're getting ready to play a game. This game does not require me to do anything up here. It requires you. It requires your laptop. You're going to go to quizzes.com. That is quizzes.com. I will write it up here for you so that you will know how to spell it. You're going to type in our game code, which is 2478897. Go ahead and type in that game code. Once you get there, you'll see that it'll automatically kick you in and you'll be able to start immediately. This is a race. You're racing with the other class members to see who can get the highest points and who can get to the end first. You will be graded on what you get at the end. So although you may be moving a little fast, you might want to also peel back too because you want to get some good points. You want to get a good score so that way this is your way of me testing to see what you know today, okay? Also, when you are done, as your ticket out the door, you are going to answer this EQ question up here on the board. This EQ question is, how did the Black Death affect the empires during the Middle Ages? So you're going to answer this EQ as your ticket out the door on your little ticket out the door paper, and you're going to turn it into the box before you leave, okay? So go ahead and get started on your quiz. As soon as you finish, let me see your score. I'll write it down for you. You can get started on your ticket out the door. You have about 7 minutes before class is dismissed.
The first person that wins, do we get a prize?
I'll think about that. Let me think about that for a little bit, and I'll let you know at the end of class.